All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you go be the first. We'll collect them. Let's go down to the news proper as it is hot. Thank you for joining us once again. Heavy information dey my table now as they go. I go to dish them out one by one. This one you go carry your ear hear them. The information will be say it dey my table. Make I lower my voice talk am. Be say according to Kepu where they reach us say the BNL army them boys don't they receive from signal from Israeli side. And the matter where we say we dey hear, we hear say the army where we say then they for Israel. According to the matter, they say they get one affiliation like that. Where we say it don't they between them. Where we say some of them, and there they train them. Some of the BLA boys, where they train there, they say they are people, they are organ them boss. Where we say they from that end, don't they promise them, don't they bring in some materials for them. Where we say they go to take to the hold themselves, they fight for their freedom. Now the information where we say it dey my table. Of course, you know that Israel and Biafra, they are like brother and sister. It's a long time history that if I start unveiling that history to you, it might be taking much of your time. But if you want to know the root of Ndi Igbo, you can go to Aguleri. There you will see that. For call upon that Kepu say Israel don't they send some materials, machines so to the BLA soldiers. Of course, you know for Israel now, everywhere tough as they now for Israel. Of course, you know that now Israel themselves for that area, for they say Israel used a weapon it never has before to stop a missile as its enemies put every layer of its air defense system to the test. Israel have confirmed the first operation use of its Arrow 3 system to stop an inbound missile at the country's adversaries test layers of its sophisticated air defense network. Make I bring you the full detail of that information. Israel no be here, and you go nowhere. You know, say if they tell you say Biafra soldiers use their hand build the Obunigwe, you no go understand where that brain, that wisdom they come from. Either for the blood of these people will follow Israelite. They say Houthi militants and Iran-backed group in Yemen claimed on Thursday that they fired a salvo of ballistic missile at Israel, which said on Telegram that it was able to counter the attack. It said one projectile heading towards its territory was identified and intercepted above the Red Sea by the Arrow system. The Israel Defense System, IDF, later announced that it
freedom into their own hand, and then also to make sure that we invalidate the legitimacy of those who parade themselves as the elected officials within the Biafra territory. I thank you all this evening. When you see me in this way or looking this way, it means that the Biafra Liberation Army activities has been activated to the full scale of the defense of Biafra. And in the past days, the Biafra Liberation Army has engaged the Nigeria Islamic Terrorist Army, police, and some of them who always drive joy in killing Biafrans at will. Today, I can assure you that it is no longer business as usual. The self-defense of Biafra has been activated and will continue to neutralize them. Yesterday, the Biafra Liberation Army neutralized 3 armored tanks of the Nigerian Terrorist Army in Biafra land. Many of them were neutralized, and they know that it is no longer business as usual. We will continue to fight to defend our land until the last day that Biafra will remain or stay in Nigeria. This particular broadcast this evening has become imperative to address many issues that are being paraded and shared on social media, especially on the issue of the 2 weeks sit at home. I want to inform Biafrans that those who do not understand what is going on, Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in homeland has come to stay. It is the last phase to freedom. And today, I can proudly tell Biafrans that a lot of success has been recorded from the Biafra Republic government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland. We have read all manner of propagandas coming from the Nigeria, sponsored by the Nigeria state, especially coming from those expelled criminals who have spent over 13 years deceiving Biafrans in the name of fighting for freedom. At the end of the day, they sold our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the terrorist state. And they tried everything possible to kill the struggle, but here we are today, giving them back to back. So Biafran people, I want you to understand that today we have activated the Convention of Montevideo, which Nigeria or even Africa is not signatory to, but it is part of the prerequisite requirement to validate a government. Today, we have fulfilled many requirements to be recognized as a government. And that's where we are going. In October 2023, we are having the first ever Biafra self-referendum convention. It is a convention that we are going to discuss and lecture Biafrans on what to expect during the self-referendum and how the self-referendum will be conducted in line with international laws, in line with international treaties, in line with the most accepted democratic process, giving the people the right to decide their future. And on that note, I want to inform the Biafra people today that the Article 1 of that convention has been activated with full force. And at the same time, the Article 20 of the African Charter on Human Rights and People Rights has also been activated, and Biafra people are exercising that right, and we are going to exercise it very soon during the self-referendum of the Biafra people. I also want you to understand that in the coming days, you are going to be faced with a lot of propaganda sponsored by the Nigeria state. You can see that during the sit at home, a lot of lies were told, and they will continue to tell those lies. Just make sure you stand very resolute, stand very strong. We are winning and will continue to win until the day we are going to redeclare Biafra. I want you all to understand that the Biafra Republic government in exile inauguration will happen in September. After that, we will activate in full force the de facto government in the homeland. But first of all, I want you all to understand that the Montevideo Convention of 1933 by the South American state, the Article 1 made it very, very clear how the international law should possess the qualification to define what a state is all about. How will you be recognized as a state? There are qualifications that the international community must recognize before you can be called a state. And I want to inform Biafra people that we have gone through these processes. Today, many people do not understand that freedom fighting in the 21st century is something you do with brain, it's something you do with wisdom, it's something you do with knowledge, it's something you do also with experience. Many experience you have to also make sure that you utilize them while fighting for the freedom of your people. And on this note, the state, the Article 1 of this convention, demonstrates how you can qualify to be called a state, or how you can be qualified to be called a country, or what should qualify you to be recognized by international community, even when some people may not recognize you, or some organization may not recognize you. But the qualification to be recognized as a state is one. You must have a permanent population. Biafra has demonstrated that we have a permanent population. In addition to this, the Biafra Republic Government in Exile in the coming weeks will unveil the Biafra registration and the National Identity Registration of Biafra Republic, which is going to be completely online. That is going to help the Biafra people to lay the database of the Biafra Republic. Number two, for you to have the qualification to be recognized as a nation, you must define your territory. I want to inform Biafra people today that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the de facto government in the homeland has defined the Biafra territory with a new edited map. Number four, the government. For you to be recognized internationally, you must form a government. And I want to inform Biafra people today that we have formed a government. We did not just form a government, we have formed the Biafra Republic Government in Exile government, and we have also formed the de facto government in the homeland. Number four, before you can be recognized as a nation, especially when you are fighting to liberate your people like the Biafra people are fighting today, you must have the capacity to enter into relation with other states. Today, we have demonstrated that we have the capacity to enter into relation, enter treaties, and sign alliances with different states. And we continue to maintain